My beloved soul, hear this with trembling reverence and holy expectancy, because heaven is warning you in this very moment, and before a single word goes further, I am instructed by the Spirit to invite you into a sacred act of agreement. So type, "I receive this," in the comments as a declaration of faith, like this video as a sign that your heart is open, subscribe to this channel as a covenant to remain where heaven speaks, and click the bell as a prophetic symbol that you are ready to hear. When God calls, because this is not promotion, this is alignment, this is obedience, and this is your soul saying yes to a divine whisper that is about to change everything. My beloved soul, listen carefully, because heaven is not shouting, it is warning you softly, urgently, and with deep love. Never reveal these 7 things about your soulmate, because the enemy does not need to know what God has promised you, and the world does not deserve access to what heaven is protecting for you. And right now, in this sacred moment, you were not here by accident, you were led here on purpose, guided by invisible hands, drawn by a whisper you could not ignore, because God has not forgotten you. Heaven is watching, and your destiny is being guarded even when you feel alone. Hear this, you who have cried in silence, you who have prayed in the midnight hours, you who have wondered if the promise was ever real, heaven is confirming it now, and this message is for you and only you, because the love that is being prepared for you is holy, it is rare, and it is worth protecting with divine wisdom. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment, because something sacred is unfolding in your spirit as you listen. The first thing heaven warns you never to reveal about your soulmate is their true spiritual depth, because what God has placed inside them is not for everyone to see, and Proverbs 4 verse 23 tells us to guard your heart above all else, for everything you do flows from it, and the heart of your soulmate is a sacred wellspring, filled with prayers, wounds, callings, and divine assignments that must not be exposed to jealous eyes or careless mouths, because not everyone who smiles at you wants your miracle to live. Listen carefully, when you tell the wrong person how deep your soulmate loves, how fiercely they believe, how purely they dream, you invite comparison, envy, and spiritual interference, and heaven is watching who you trust with holy things. My beloved soul, stay with me till the end, because there is more heaven needs you to know. The second thing you must never reveal is the timing of their arrival, because God works in seasons, and Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11 says He makes everything beautiful in its time, and when you announce the season before the flower blooms, you invite storms that try to destroy the bud, so keep the whispers God gives you about when love is coming locked inside your heart, watered by prayer, not by gossip. Hear this, the enemy cannot stop what he does not know, and heaven is protecting what you keep sacred. The third thing you must never reveal is the struggles your soulmate is still healing from, because Isaiah 61 verse 3 reminds us that God gives beauty for ashes, but ashes are messy, and if you expose their pain to the wrong ears, it becomes a weapon instead of a testimony, so let God finish His healing work in them before you ever allow their story to be told. My beloved soul, do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal, and your spirit is being strengthened as you listen. The fourth thing heaven warns you to keep private is the way your soulmate loves you, because what is intimate is holy, and what is holy is not for public consumption, and Song of Solomon 8 verse 7 says many waters cannot quench love, neither can floods drown it, but gossip and envy can erode what is meant to be cherished, so protect the tenderness, the words, the way they look at you, the way they hold your heart, because heaven is watching how you steward sacred affection. The fifth thing you must never reveal is the dreams God has shown you about your future together, because dreams are seeds, and seeds must be planted in faith, not displayed on a table for birds to steal, and Joseph learned this in Genesis when his dreams were shared too soon, and betrayal followed, so keep your visions between you, your soulmate, and God, until heaven says it is time. My beloved soul, if you remain till the end, the final word will change everything, because this message is building toward a divine release. The sixth thing heaven warns you never to reveal is the weaknesses your soulmate confides in you, because trust is a covenant, and Proverbs 11 verse 13 says a faithful person keeps a secret, and when you protect their vulnerability, you honor God, and when you expose it, you break something sacred, so be a safe place, not a leaking vessel. The seventh and final thing you must never reveal is how much you are willing to sacrifice for this love, because when people know what you are willing to give up, they will try to make you give it, and Jesus himself said in Matthew 6 verse 6 to pray in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly, so let your devotion be known to heaven, not exploited by earth. My beloved soul, heaven is watching how you protect what is coming, and God has not forgotten you, even when the waiting feels heavy, even when the nights are long, even when your heart aches for what you have not yet held. This is not a coincidence. You were led here on purpose, and your soulmate is being prepared in secret, just as you are. Stay with me till the end. Something powerful is waiting for you, because the love you prayed for is closer than you think. As you continue to listen, feel the peace settling in your spirit, feel the fear leaving your heart, feel the assurance rising like a gentle tide, because Psalm 37 verse 4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart," and your desire for true, holy, lasting love was planted by God himself, so it will not be denied. My beloved soul, hear this: the silence you have been in is not rejection, it is preparation. The tears you have shed are not wasted, they are watering the ground where your miracle will grow, and heaven is watching every moment you choose faith over despair. Do not skip this moment, because something is being sealed in the Spirit as you receive this word. Your soulmate is not delayed, they are being refined, and you are not forgotten, you are being protected, and when the time is right, God will bring you together in a way that no human interference can stop. Isaiah 60 verse 22 says, "When the time is right, I the Lord will make it happen," and this is your confirmation that the timing is near, the alignment is happening, and the love you have been praying for is already on its way. My beloved soul, as this message draws toward its sacred close, I speak peace over your heart, clarity over your mind, and hope over your future, because heaven is watching, God has not forgotten you, and this is not a coincidence. You were led here on purpose to receive this divine warning and this holy promise. I declare over you now that what you have been waiting for is very near, that the soulmate God has prepared for you is stepping closer with every heartbeat, and that your season of loneliness is giving way to a season of divine connection. So rest, trust, and believe, because heaven has spoken, and it will not fail. My beloved soul, stay with me a little longer, because heaven is still speaking, and even though the warning has already been released, the Spirit is now wrapping it in comfort, truth, and divine assurance, so that your heart does not tremble in fear but rests in holy confidence, because the God who warns you is the same God who protects you, and the God who guards your future is the same God who is guiding your steps right now. Hear this gently and deeply. The reason heaven told you never to reveal these 7 sacred things is not because love is fragile, but because love is precious, and anything precious must be handled with care, wrapped in prayer, and shielded from careless eyes, and you were chosen to hear this because your love story is not ordinary, it is marked, it is anointed, it is written in heaven long before it ever appears on earth. My beloved soul, do not drift away in this moment, because something tender and powerful is still being poured into your spirit. There are angels around you right now, even as you listen, quietly aligning moments, softening hearts, removing obstacles you cannot see, because heaven is watching every tear you have cried, and not one of them has fallen to the ground without being noticed, and Psalm 56 verse 8 reminds us that God keeps our tears in his bottle, meaning even your pain has been sacred to him. The reason your waiting has felt so heavy is because what is coming is so weighty with glory, and God does not give lightly what is meant to last eternally, so he prepares deeply, slowly, and with divine precision. My beloved soul, stay with me till the end, because the next words are for your wounded places. You may have wondered if you waited too long, if you loved too much, if you trusted too deeply, but heaven says you did not fail. You were being refined, you were being taught discernment, you were being shaped into someone who can hold the miracle that is coming, and the soulmate God has for you is not coming to complete you, they are coming to walk beside you in wholeness, because God has been healing you both in ways you cannot yet see. Listen carefully, there were relationships that had to fall apart so that this one could be built on truth, there were doors that had to close so that this sacred door could open, and every disappointment you endured was a redirection towards something purer, stronger, and more aligned with your soul's calling. My beloved soul, do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal, and your spirit is being wrapped in peace as these words settle into your heart. The reason you were warned not to reveal these 7 things is because the enemy often attacks what he cannot destroy by trying to expose it, but when you keep something in God's hands, it becomes untouchable, and your love story is being kept in God's hands right now, even when you cannot feel it. Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you, be not dismayed, for I am your God," and this is heaven's promise to you in this season of waiting, that you are not alone, you are not overlooked, and you are not behind, you are exactly where you need to be for what is about to unfold. My beloved soul, let your shoulders relax, let your heart soften, because what you have been praying for is already being answered in the unseen, and soon it will appear in the seen, gently, beautifully, and at just the right time. Stay with me till the end, something powerful is waiting for you, because the Spirit is preparing to speak a final blessing over your love story. Even now, your soulmate may be feeling a pull they cannot explain, a stirring in their spirit, a quiet knowing that something is shifting, because heaven is aligning both of you like 2 stars moving closer in the same sky, and when you finally meet in the fullness of God's timing, it will feel familiar, safe, and divinely right. My beloved soul, you do not have to force what is meant for you, you do not have to chase what God is sending, all you are being asked to do is remain faithful, remain guarded in wisdom, and remain open in heart, because love that comes from God does not arrive in chaos, it arrives in peace. Philippians 4 verse 7 says, "The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds," and that peace is already surrounding your future, even if your present still feels uncertain. My beloved soul, hear this final declaration, your waiting is about to turn into wonder, your prayers are about to turn into praise, and the love you have kept protected in your heart is about to be revealed in God's perfect time, so trust, hope, and rest in the knowing that heaven is watching, God has not forgotten you, and what you have been praying for is very near, wrapped in light, carried by angels, and destined to arrive with peace. My beloved soul, remain right here in this sacred space, because heaven is still unfolding what it has prepared for you, and the Spirit is not finished speaking over your heart, even if you feel the softness of peace already settling inside you, because what is coming is not just information, it is impartation, it is alignment, it is the gentle but powerful touch of God, reminding you that you are seen, chosen, and deeply loved. Hear this slowly, breathe it in. The reason heaven warned you to protect the story of your soulmate is because that story is being written by God Himself, and no human tongue has the authority to edit what heaven is composing, and when you keep silent about what is sacred, you allow God to move without interference, without jealousy, and without the weight of human opinion pressing against divine purpose. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment, because something is being planted in your spirit right now that will bring peace to your waiting. You may not know where your soulmate is tonight, but heaven does. You may not know what they are praying, but heaven hears it, and even now their prayers and yours are rising together like incense before the throne of God, meeting in the unseen long before you meet in the seen. This is why the waiting has felt holy and heavy at the same time, because when 2 destinies are being prepared to collide, the atmosphere shifts, the heart becomes sensitive, and the soul begins to feel what it cannot yet touch. My beloved soul, heaven is watching every step you take, and even the detours you thought were mistakes were actually protection, because God was keeping you from meeting your soulmate too early, before you were both ready to recognize the gift you are to each other. Stay with me till the end, because the next words will bring healing to your deepest questions. You may have asked God why the journey has been so long, why the silence has been so loud, why the nights have been so lonely, but heaven says the waiting was not punishment, it was preparation, because the love that is coming to you is not meant to be fragile, it is meant to be strong enough to endure storms, strong enough to hold truth, and strong enough to reflect God's own faithfulness. Lamentations 3 verse 25 says the Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him, and your waiting has not gone unnoticed, it has been counted, it has been honored, and it is about to be rewarded. My beloved soul, do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal, and your spirit is being gently lifted as these words flow over you. There were moments you almost gave up on love, moments you almost closed your heart, moments you thought the promise had passed you by, but God quietly held you, guided you, and kept the flame of hope alive inside you, even when you were too tired to tend it yourself. That flame is still burning, and it is about to meet another flame, the heart of your soulmate, and when those two lights come together, they will create a warmth that no darkness can extinguish. My beloved soul, hear this with deep assurance, your story is not behind schedule, it is right on heaven's calendar, and God is never late, even when it feels like he is silent. The silence you are in is a sacred pause, a breath before the music begins, a moment of stillness before something beautiful starts to move, and soon you will look back and realize that even this quiet season was filled with God's gentle work. Stay with me till the end. Something powerful is waiting for you, because heaven is preparing to release a word of confirmation that will anchor your heart in peace. Even now, your soulmate is being led through their own healing, their own growth, their own surrender, because God does not bring two people together to complete each other's wounds, he brings them together to walk in wholeness, to support, to love, and to build something that reflects his own heart. My beloved soul, you are not meant to rescue your soulmate, and they are not meant to rescue you, you are meant to meet each other as two healed hearts ready to love deeply and freely, and that is why heaven has been so careful, so protective, and so precise with the timing. Psalm 27 verse 14 says, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart," and this is exactly what has been happening to you, even when you did not realize it. My beloved soul, let this truth settle inside you, you are stronger now than you were before, you are wiser now than you were before, and you are more ready now than you have ever been to receive the love God has promised you. Do not skip this moment, because heaven is sealing something in your spirit. A knowing that you do not have to strive, you do not have to fear, and you do not have to doubt, because what is meant for you will find you, guided by God's own hand. The love that is coming will not come with confusion, it will come with peace, it will not come with chaos, it will come with clarity, and it will not come with fear, it will come with a quiet, gentle certainty that this is the one heaven prepared for you. My beloved soul, as these words draw closer to their sacred close, I speak comfort over every place in your heart that has been tired, I speak healing over every memory that has hurt, and I speak hope over every dream that has felt delayed, because heaven is watching, God has not forgotten you, and this is not a coincidence, you were led here on purpose to receive this divine reassurance. I declare over you now that your soulmate is closer than you think, that the distance between you is shrinking with every passing day, and that the love you have been praying for is already moving toward you, carried by God's perfect timing and wrapped in his peace. So rest, trust, and believe, because what you have been waiting for is very near, and heaven is making it happen. My beloved soul, remain still in this holy atmosphere, because heaven is breathing over your heart even now, and what you are feeling is not imagination, it is divine nearness, it is God drawing close to reassure you that the promise you have been holding onto has not slipped through his fingers, it is still alive, still protected, and still moving toward you with quiet, unstoppable grace. Hear this with the deepest part of your spirit: the love that is being prepared for you is not fragile, it is forged, it has passed through fire, prayer, waiting, and surrender, and because of that it will not break when storms come, it will stand, it will endure, and it will grow stronger with time. My beloved soul, stay with me till the end, because heaven is about to wrap this entire message in a mantle of peace that will remain with you long after these words fade. You may not see your soulmate yet, but heaven sees both of you clearly, walking on paths that are slowly but surely converging, guided by the same God who formed your hearts and wrote your story before you ever took your first breath. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope, and that future includes a love that will not wound you, not abandon you, and not leave you questioning your worth. My beloved soul, do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal, and what is coming next will soothe the places that still ache. There were nights when you cried quietly, wondering if anyone would ever truly see you, truly choose you, truly love you without conditions, and heaven heard every one of those prayers, even the ones you could not put into words, and God has been answering them in ways that go far beyond what you imagined. The soulmate He is sending you will not just love your light, they will honor your shadows, they will not just celebrate your strength, they will be gentle with your tenderness, and they will not ask you to be smaller so they can feel bigger, because this love is meant to be balanced, mutual, and deeply safe. My beloved soul, heaven is watching how you have guarded your heart, even when you were tempted to give up, and that faithfulness is being rewarded now in the unseen. Stay with me till the end, something powerful is waiting for you, because the Spirit is preparing to release a final confirmation over your life. The waiting you have endured was not meant to break you, it was meant to deepen you, to teach you discernment, patience, and trust, so that when love arrives, you will recognize it not by intensity alone, but by peace, consistency, and divine alignment. Isaiah 30 verse 18 says, the Lord longs to be gracious to you, therefore He will rise up to show you compassion, and this compassion is being poured out over your heart right now, washing away the fear that love will fail, replacing it with a quiet certainty that what God builds cannot be destroyed. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment, because heaven is sealing this word in your spirit like a gentle, sacred promise. You do not have to chase your soulmate, you do not have to compete for their affection, and you do not have to prove your worth, because when God brings you together, it will be effortless, it will feel like coming home, and you will know in your spirit that this is what you were waiting for all along. The love that is coming will not feel rushed, it will feel right, it will not feel confusing, it will feel clear, and it will not feel fragile, it will feel strong, grounded, and rooted in God. My beloved soul, as this message now draws to its holy conclusion, I speak a final prophetic blessing over you. May your heart remain open yet guarded in wisdom, may your spirit remain hopeful yet anchored in faith, and may your waiting turn into wonder as God brings you and your soulmate together in His perfect time. Heaven is watching, God has not forgotten you, and this is not a coincidence. You were led here on purpose to receive this word, and what you have been praying for is closer than you think, already moving, already aligning, already being prepared just for you. So rest in this truth, walk in this peace, and hold on to this hope, because your love story is being written by God, and it will be beautiful, it will be gentle, and it will be filled with joy beyond what you can imagine, and as you carry this promise in your heart, let it be sealed now with faith, gratitude, and holy expectation. Type Amen.